And welcome back to our continuing series, All That Sparkles with Kesslers Diamonds. Today we are meeting the Goldsmith. Our next guest had an ordinary office job, but now she's making beautiful jewelry.
Yeah, perhaps this could be the career for you, too. Hailey Mirkes is a goldsmith with Kesslers Diamonds, and she's here to tell us more about her fun career. This is pretty cool.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great
Absolutely, yeah. So let's talk about how this career got started, because I don't know why, but I don't picture you saying, like, I'm just, you know, going to be a goldsmith to start.
It didn't go that way. About 5 years ago, I took a position at our Greenfield location in the office, and I was just really taken by the vast knowledge of the entire jewelry industry that all of my coworkers, but specifically my leader, had. So he encouraged me to go to our Germantown location, which is where our main goldsmith shop and our operations are. So that way I could get a more clear vision of where I'd like to grow within the company. And when I decided that I wanted to learn a trade, they transferred me to the polishing room, and from there I've worked my way up to the bench, and now I size, solder, and engraved finished goods.
That is so cool.
Look at you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's
Yep.
cool. I think that's a cool job, and I think it's great to work for a company that's interested in promoting its own people, recognizing people who work hard, but also saying, hey, is there something else you want to be doing within our company? Because you're valuable to us. We'd like to find another position that maybe suits your needs a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very lucky with that.
So you said just a second ago, you size, solder, and engrave finished goods. That's what a goldsmith does?
For the most part, yep. I can grow into setting as well, but it's only been 3 years, so I'm still learning. I'm still green.
Okay.
So is it unusual for women here in the States to be goldsmith? Because I remember I've worked in Italy before, and a lot of women are goldsmiths, but here I don't feel like you hear about it at all.
You know, I was going to say, contrary to popular belief, we actually have a whole slew of ladysmiths that work for us.
Really?
Yeah, so our Germantown location has over a dozen female goldsmiths, and our Granville location is exclusively women.
Is it because you're so attention to detail?
It helps. You have to have a little bit of OCD to have this job without a doubt.
That's cool though. And in terms of working your way up from polishing to what they call bench work, or what you called bench work, how long does that take, and what's that process like?
Well, I was in the polishing room for about 3 months, which isn't your typical stint. Generally, a polisher would develop their craft for about a year before they're moved onto the bench, but we had hired a new polisher, so I was able to start my bench work, and we started with cutting Abe Lincoln's head out of a penny for saw precision.
Whoa.
Wow. So is it true you can do that?
You can, should you?
You're like, because then it's no longer money.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. I kind of want you to get me like an Abe Lincoln head.
It's hard. I had a couple tries, but there he is.
That is cool.
Whoa.
You got to bring us one of those next time. Will you do it again?
That's cool.
It'll probably look a lot better now.
I want to put that on a necklace.
Yeah,
like,
that's
how cool
neat.
is that?
I think that's neat.
That's really cool.
That's really, really cool.
That shows a lot. So you've been doing this, what, for 3 years now?
Yep, June 1st will be my 3-year shop anniversary.
What do you want to do with those skills? What's next for you? Is it creating more jewelry?
That's quite the question. If you had told me in the future I'd be wielding a torch and a saw for a living, I'd crack a rib laughing. But here I am, and I'm lucky enough to work for a company that's rapidly growing, and they are creating new positions all the time. So maybe my next step hasn't even been conceptualized yet.
That's cool.
But in the meantime, I'd love to grow my craft. I'd love to learn hand engraving. A lot of places are more modernized and do machine and laser engraving, but I think there's a more romantic aspect to a hand engraving too.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's almost got like a tattoo effect.
Absolutely, and it's there for life, and I've seen so many really cool pieces that are decades old that have that hand engraving, and I just think it's so sweet.
That is neat.
What would you say to someone who's watching and saying, I'm bored with my desk job, or I work at home, for example, but I'm ready to transition out of the home, or they're just looking for something kind of exciting and to learn a new skill? What advice would you have for them?
Come on in and talk to us. We'd love to have a couple different people sit down and get to know you a little bit more. Culture is key at Kesslers, so if you're hungry to learn and you're a passionate individual, we can teach you anything. If you contact me at our Germantown store, I'd love to personally take you on a tour of our state-of-the-art goldsmith shop.
So they can go in the back and actually see it?
Absolutely. It'd be a great opportunity to talk to some of our veteran goldsmiths who've been doing this for decades, or even some of our newer employee owners, and hear about their experience so far.
Really
That's so
neat.
Cool. Very impressive. I can see why he hired you. That's awesome. And people, stop. You can find a location that's close to you if you visit them online. They've got a lot of beautiful stores. There is going to be one that you will find close to you, KesslersDiamonds.com. And they have goldsmiths at many of the locations, including Madison and some places that are a little further out, so that they can do it right there at the shop, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Great to meet you.
It was fun to meet you, Hailey.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thanks a lot.